You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Bold and the Beautiful fans, I have got February sweeps predictions for you for B&B. We're going to talk about Ridge proposing and Daddy Finn fighting for his daughter Luna and other hot stuff. I've got 10 Bold and the Beautiful sweeps predictions for you. If you are not following us, please click that subscribe button. And of course, it's me, Belinda from Soap Dirt. Let's get right into this. Our first prediction, Bill's home prison plan for Luna is exposed. So many people are poised to find out that Luna is not where she's supposed to be, which is behind prison bars. Li Finnegan has been thinking a lot about Luna lately, so has her mom, Poppy. Finn just confirmed what we all suspected for a year. Yes, he did the deed with his Aunt Poppy, and Finn, therefore, seems a likely choice to be Luna's dad. And any of the Finnegans might come to check on Luna, given all the chatter and her being in everybody's mouth right now. Plus, Will Spencer and Liam Spencer are worried about their dad. So I think it's all going to blow up and he's going to be exposed for bringing her home, using his influence inappropriately during February sweeps. Our second prediction, Ridge plans an epic Valentine's Day surprise for Taylor, and it may include a proposal. They are living together at Eric's place right now. They're planning a future. They're talking about getting that Malibu house back now that RJ, I guess, presumably fell off a cliff. I don't know. We haven't heard from him. So their first Valentine's Day as a reunited couple will be a very big deal for Taylor. And I can see Ridge planning a romantic night at the mansion or maybe at Il Giardino. And I just wonder, since he's fast tracking everything, if Ridge is going to propose to Taylor. And if he does it at the mansion, you know, Donna might see and run and tattle to Brooke. I mean, Ridge is always on fast forward with whoever he's with. And right now it's all about Taylor. Our third prediction, Steffy rubs Taylor and Ridge's reunion in Brooke's and Hope's face, but does it strategically. I mean, even if Steffy, Ridge, and Eric were still running Forrester Creations, obviously Steffy would be happy to rub that Tridge reunion in their faces. But right now, Steffy is trying to keep Hope and Brooke off balance, distracted, and focused on her. So neither of them will think about what's going on with Carter and Daphne or interrupt it or even realize there's anything going on as the perfume designer lures him into their trap. Steffy is going to keep prodding these two, I think, again, jangling keys to keep their attention on her while she's paying lip service to being just polite enough to not get fired from Forrester Creations, but to definitely keep them upset, worked up, and in her face and away from Daphne. Speaking of the perfumer, my fourth prediction, Carter is totally suckered by Daphne and falls right into Steffi's trap during February sweeps. I mean, let's face it, Carter is thirsty and desperate where women are concerned. He always has been. When Hope gave him the slightest bit of encouragement, remember, Carter immediately threw his professional judgment out the window, started being an unethical COO by shamelessly advocating for a losing line, trying to save Hope for the future, even though he had just been saying it needed to end because it was bad for their business. And now Carter has a second woman stroking his ego. Daphne is making him feel good. And I think he's going to be putty in her hands because he just likes attention and he wants to keep that attention on himself. And I do think Carter is ripe for seduction. Our fifth prediction, Remy's out of jail, back on the streets. Was there not enough proof of a serious crime? There's no sign so far that Electra's stalker Remy is gone for good. CBS Daytime has not confirmed Christian Weissman's exit, and neither has Brad Bell, which isn't always a sign that they're still on the show because, they seem to think viewers haven't noticed. Thomas has been gone for 7-8 months? Anyway, because Brad Bell specifically mentioned Remy in his 2025 Bold and the Beautiful preview spoilers as being part of the vibrant younger scene he's developing, along with Luna, who of course is mid-redemption arc right now, I just assume that Remy will be back. I can't imagine he is redeemed, but depending on, what they have on him and what they can prove, I could see him getting loose. And if he's loose and then Luna is loose, I just want to see them paired up to make mischief. That's way down the road past February sweeps, but I'm dreaming. I'm dreaming of the future. Our 6th prediction, Brooke refuses to let Ridge go and will not take no for an answer in February sweeps. So we've seen this before where Brooke will just tell Ridge how things are. Like, we are going to be together. I am the one you want. You are my destiny. Like he doesn't have a say. And sometimes he just stands there with that dumb look on his face and just lets her say things. Brooke always expects Ridge to bend or do what she says because she's his Logan and she knows that she can manipulate him and has been, when she wants to, for decades. But things are shifting. And when Brooke tried to kind of boss Ridge around on the phone the other day, again saying they are not done, well, Ridge didn't even say goodbye. He just hung up, and Brooke was stunned. That is very out of character for how he behaves when she gives him those little, this is how things are going talks, So Ridge is full steam ahead. I do expect he's going to make some kind of commitment to Taylor, and I expect Brooke to double down on telling him they're not done and that she won't let him go, the destiny thing, all that. Big action on that in February sweeps. Our 7th prediction, Lee demands that Poppy leave town and Sheila may make threats that scare her into wanting to go. Finn's 2 moms are going to be united on this front, I believe. Even if by some small miracle Finn is not Luna's dad, which I assume we'll know end of this week, early next week, that's kind of a secondary issue. Once Lee knows that Poppy banged her boy when he was a young adult, I think Lee is going to come unhinged. As pissed off as she was about Poppy presumably banging Jack and getting pregnant all those years ago is going to be nothing compared to what Lee's fury will be when she finds out about Poppy and Finn. And we know she will find out. Sheila will probably come unhinged too, and they may plot to run Poppy out of town. Our 8th prediction, Sheila takes a keen interest in Luna, which could be really bad or really, really bad. Those 2 killers are going to be shocked to find out their grandma and granddaughter. And since Sheila missed out on Finn growing up and isn't allowed around baby Hayes, this new grandkid, Luna, presuming Finn is the father, is someone that Sheila might be allowed around because it would be up to Luna herself to decide. And if Steffy shuns Luna too the same way she has shunned Sheila, well, that's one more thing grandma and granddaughter can talk about. Our 9th prediction, Steffy is shell-shocked over the Luna stepdaughter reveal, and this could be a marriage ender. During February sweeps, if it turns out Finn is Luna's daughter, I could totally see Steffy banning him from seeing the kid. Obviously, he'll have to push back on Steffy, which could be a big problem for their marriage. In the 2025 spoilers preview, Brad Bell said that Steffy and Finn face a new challenge as a couple, and their relationship is put to the test. And considering how strong their love is and how passionate they are, it's kind of hard to imagine what could come between them. But Luna, being Finn's kid, would definitely come between them. I've said before, Finn caved to Steffy's ultimatum that he stopped seeing Sheila because of, that was more reasonable. That's an adult. But that's different than asking Finn to stay away from his child. And I think it's going to get really messy. Our 10th and final prediction, Forresters went back, Forrester Creations, as Carter falls hard and Hope freaks out. Brad Bell promised that the battle for Forrester Creations would resolve in the first part of 2025. So I am hoping we'll see this end by the end of sweeps. But given that that's like 3.5 weeks away and Bold and the Beautiful moves at a literal snail's pace, it could be May sweeps, but I hope not. I hope early part meant February sweeps. Daphne is doing her diabolical work. Carter is going to be a devoted, lovesick puppet. I feel like she can manipulate him to get Hope and Brooke out of the way, to get Carter to sign back the LLC, give it back to the Forresters. And Daphne, I think, is going to convince Carter she's 100% loyal to him. And I definitely want to see Eric, Steffy, and Ridge back in charge, but it may drag out past sweeps, just hopefully not all the way to May sweeps.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.